Scott Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to start the week with you. 888-900-3393. Pat Gray Unleashed. Just a ton of stuff going on as always. And of course, a lot of it just not good. Not good things are happening right now. Like the 3 U.S. troops that were killed in a drone attack in Jordan by an Iranian-backed militia. This is something like 90 attacks in Syria, 60 more in Iraq. There's been over 150 attacks on U.S. troops.
Wow.
First time we've had fatalities in them.
Right.
Biden said yesterday that the U.S. shall respond after the troops were killed. And dozens more were injured in that drone attack. Biden blamed Iran-backed militia for the first U.S. fatalities after months of strikes by such groups. And he claims, they're going to pay for it. But so far, the cost hasn't been very great, which is why they continue to attack us.
And do you think that this would be happening if Donald Trump were president?
I don't. No, I don't think so.
I am curious. And by the way, the Warhawks immediately took to Twitter. John Cornyn, Lindsey Graham, you got to attack Tehran. You got to attack Iran. I don't think we're there yet. I think you can find other ways to get to them without striking inside the country. But pray for these families because they don't even know they haven't released the names yet because they haven't gotten in touch with next of kin. I mean, these military families, God bless you, the stress you.
What they go through is just, it's crazy.
I didn't realize, though, maybe we have troops in Jordan?
Yeah, that's where this happened.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
first attack in Jordan, apparently, after 150 in Iraq and Syria. And I don't know why we have troops in Jordan, but obviously we do. And I think what we're going to find out is we have troops everywhere.
I know.
We just don't know about it.
Okay, so how does Iran know about it?
It's a good question.
That region, that whole cesspool, not good.
No, it's really not. And we continue there for some reason. I didn't want us in Syria, but we're in Syria. And then I thought we were supposed to be withdrawn from Syria, but we're still there, and our troops continue to be attacked there. I thought we were out of Iraq, and we keep getting attacked in Iraq.
It's like, honestly, I don't think the American public, at least speaking for myself, would realize how active we are in the region and how many locations we are without these attacks from Iran. My word.
I know. We're everywhere. We're like Chicken Man. Over the weekend, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton posted this on social media as the standoff between Texas and the Biden administration continues there at the border. He said, "Today I denied the Biden administration's unfounded requests and issued counter demands." Keep in mind, this is Attorney General Ken Paxton. By February 15th, DHS must supply the official plan? The plat?
Yeah.
Plat is what it says.
Yeah, the land around the park there.
The maps and deeds. Maps. Yeah, plat maps and deeds demonstrating the precise parcels to which they claim ownership. An explanation of how Texas is preventing access to those specific parcels. Demonstration showing that Eagle Pass or Texas ever granted permission for DHS to erect infrastructure that interferes.
Documentation, right.
Yeah. And it goes on. The fight continues there. The fight continues.
Yeah, he set is this the one where he set the February 15th deadline? Yeah, thank you. Oh, Joe, can you put that back up here on this screen here so I can see it? Let's see. Yeah, but yeah. So he's got that deadline set, and if you don't respond, then he just says that. Where is it on here? Presumably because you have no meaningful response to our letter. Your latest letter abandons earlier factual assertions, asserts new ones, and supplies even less of a legal basis for your demand. I love this guy. That's good stuff.
Now I've armed myself with my wife's
that's good.
spectacles.
That's good.
Might as well finish it off now. Once again, I respectfully suggest that any time you might spend suing Texas should be redirected toward enforcing the immigration laws Congress already has on the books. As I said before, this office will continue to defend Texas's efforts to protect its southern border against every effort by the Biden administration to undermine the state's constitutional right of self-defense. There it is.
There it is.
Nicely put. And that battle continues.
Do we have the new Texas flag, though? Because I know that's kind of in the works. There we go. Come and take it. It's a
the barbed wire thing.
Barbed wire.
Yeah,
there,
great.
if you're listening right now. And I don't know, man. They I had to. By the way, thanks for catching my air. Somebody on Twitter. I'm sorry, I prematurely put Kentucky. How shameful of me to include them. So we're just at 26 states.
Not joined us.
26. Oh yeah, there's the 26 state U.S. flag. I tell you, what a mess. But this is going to be... By the way, Greg Abbott, while all this immigration stuff happening, he's over in India trying to get immigrants to come to Texas.
Good. That's what we need.
But actually,
what we need.
Yeah, what are those visas called, Pat? Oh, the H-1B visas. So it's a little different.
Quite a bit different. You're looking for skilled people to come here and contribute to us, not to come here and be on welfare and have free medical care and all of that.
Just ironic.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. And now truckers from across America are all hyped and ready to go to the border. I'm not sure what they're going to do once they get there.
They're going to see. They're going to stand like that.
They're going to stand. Okay, they're going to stand in the breach.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. We'll see how that works out.
So yeah, they're planning on being at Eagle Pass on February 3rd. That's Saturday. So mark your calendars.
This coming.
Yep, Saturday could be interesting in Eagle Pass, Texas. But then they're going to move on to Tucson and San Diego and
calling all truckers, bikers, law enforcement, veterans, military, elected officials, business owners, ranchers, and freedom-loving Americans. They're calling on everybody.
Seriously.
Come down and roll with them at the border.
The Biden administration is not going to do this, so God bless them. I just hope it's not like...
Now, what happens when people try to breach that, human chain?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't know.
It just... the FBI has got to be involved with this, and they're just like, yeah, we'll see you down on the border. January 6th, ring a bell, y'all? Could be a setup. Be careful.
Be careful.
Be peaceful.
Yes. No question. I mean, it's madness everywhere right now. We'll talk about some other things going on that are protected as free speech according to the media and according to local officials, but they certainly aren't. People ran a blockade, like a rolling blockade, to get to the Reagan International Airport. What do they call it now? DCA in Washington, D.C. So a bunch of a-holes drove incredibly slowly down the freeway in every lane to block traffic, and it created this massive
I didn't hear about this.
Traffic jam.
Is this a pro-Hamas rally?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
yeah, they want a ceasefire now.
Okay.
And let's see, I'm looking for the post.
Well, while you're looking for that, play clip 21, Joe, because John Fetterman had some pro-Hamas supporters in front of his residence, and he responded in a beautiful way.
Fetterman,
he climbed up. Listen to that chant.
You're supporting genocide! Fetterman, you can't hide! You're supporting genocide!
So he climbed up on the roof and waved an Israeli flag in their faces. This guy's awesome.
You can't hide! You're supporting genocide!
Fetterman.
You're supporting genocide!
I love Fetterman 2.0. So good.
He doesn't care.
No.
He just doesn't care. So on Saturday, the National Airport, DCA, posted a warning on X, and it said, traffic alert. Expect delays around the airport due to a group in vehicles exercising First Amendment rights in the roadway.
Right.
Use caution and expect slow-moving vehicles. Yeah, I've got a plane to catch. This is not exercising your First Amendment right. You don't have a First Amendment right to break other laws. You can't impede traffic like that. You can't block people from getting where they need to go. It's asinine. And for the airport officials to put out an alert that they're trying to exercise their First Amendment right, we're just in trouble. The ACLU is supporting them, even though the ACLU's guidelines say that this is illegal and it's not a First Amendment issue. It has nothing to do with the First Amendment. Doing a freeway blockade is not your First Amendment right. How often have we heard your rights end where mine begin? Like, your fist can't punch me in the face because you have a right to do that. Well, okay, then isn't this the same thing? You're preventing, free enterprise. You're preventing the free movement of American citizens around the country. It's got to stop. It just has to stop. In New York City, they're also trying to not just condone this, but embrace it. And they're trying to say to NYPD, allow it to happen wherever possible. Wait, I'm going to allow the blocking of roadways? And they've done that, too. They've blocked all the entrances into and out of Manhattan. I think it was last week or the week before. And they continue to do this. And they're not being stopped. They're not being arrested. The police union is protesting that. But the city officials want them to allow it. I mean, this is going to get worse and worse if somebody doesn't finally put a stop to it. How are you going to get around? How are you going to get to the hospital if you've got an emergency? How are you going to get to the airport if you need to take a flight? How are you going to drive into the city and get to work if people are blocking the roadways? And they're doing this almost every day somewhere. So, just incredible. It's just absolutely incredible. And over the weekend, Joe Biden spoke about the border and fixing it. I don't know what he has to fix. From what I understand, the border is secure.
That's what I've heard.
Huh. So let's see what he had to say about that.
It'll also give me, as president, the emergency authority to shut down the border until it could get back under control. If that bill were the law today, I'd shut down the border right now and fix it quickly.
What?
Yeah, if it were. That's interesting considering...
it is?
Yeah, Joe Biden has signed 94 executive actions in his first 100 days that weakened border security.
Yeah.
In fact, what was the first thing on day one? Day one of his presidency, a proclamation on the termination of emergency with respect to the southern border. In other words, there's no emergency down here that Trump said there was. Mm-hmm. And they're going to redirect funds that we're going to go toward border wall construction. That is from the White House, January 20th, 2021.
But if he could, he'd shut it down today.
Yeah.
He just can't.
And that bill that he wants passed in the Senate, which, by the way, Johnson, let's see, he said that they can do that. They're not going to pass it in the House. The thing is, the trigger is 5,000 illegals a day. 5,000 illegals a day, Joe Biden says, then I'll shut it down if you just would pass this. Bro, you can overturn your own edicts right now. And then what would that be, though? I mean, that's the 5,000 they know about. So what is the math on that? I mean, that's over 150,000 a month that they're fine with.
Yeah.
That's $2 million a year. They're just like, yeah, that's when we'll draw the line.
Yeah. That's a little under the pace we've been setting the last year or two.
Big improvement.
Yeah, big improvement.
If
it goes from 3 million to 2 million, we're all set.
This is madness, man.
I'd shut it down today if I had the... I love how he's trying to deflect all of the blame to Republicans.
Oh, yeah.
On the border, which they're the only ones who have ever tried to do anything about the border.
Boy, did you see the Border Patrol Union released a statement over the weekend that says Joe Biden zealously protects his open border by bringing the full weight of the federal government down on anyone who dares to try securing any part of it, no matter how small. Facts don't lie.
It's true.
Border Patrol Union. Ooh.
Also, we got a fact check from an NBC affiliate in Minneapolis. Check this out.
Oh, yeah.
No, Texas is not defying a Supreme Court order by continuing to install razor wire at the U.S.-Mexico border. Supreme Court order allows Border Patrol agents to cut razor wire installed along the Rio Grande, but the ruling does not prevent Texas from laying the wire.
That's right. There we go. There's an NBC affiliate, crazy far-right network.
Numerous social media posts claim that by continuing to install razor wire, Abbott and the Texas National Guard are openly defying a Supreme Court order. Online search trends show many people are wondering if this is true, and the answer is no, it is not true. State of Texas is not defying a recent Supreme Court order by continuing to install razor wire. The Supreme Court ruled that the Border Patrol agents may resume cutting the wire for now, while a lawsuit continues, but did not ban Texas from laying the wire. Which is why people like Senator Mike Lee have been saying that there is no order like that.
Yeah, for now, the Border Patrol says they have no plans to cut the wire. We'll see how long that lasts.
All right.
That's good.
Yep.
It's an interesting standoff, and where this goes, oof.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Where is this going to wind up? Meanwhile, 10 former FBI agents, some who oversaw the Bureau's intelligence, counterterrorism, criminal and training operations, expressed their alarm in a letter dated January 17th to House Speaker Mike Johnson, Senate Leader Chuck Schumer, and the chairman of the House and Senate committees that preside over U.S. intelligence and homeland security apparatus. Their language affirms that of both current FBI Director Christopher Wray, who testified the nation's security lights are blinking red, and Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who alleges Biden's loosening of border security has allowed an invasion of America by foreigners with troubling origins and attributes. That's for sure. We saw one of them openly threatening us last week from Iran, I believe.
Hezbollah ties, and he had just been released last year from prison in Azerbaijan.
Wow.
So this is, he's definitely, I think that was him for sure.
In its modern history, the U.S. has never suffered an invasion of the homeland, and yet one is unfolding now, the FBI luminaries wrote. Military-aged men from across the globe, many from countries or regions not friendly to the United States, are landing in waves on our soil by the thousands, not splashing ashore from a ship or parachuting from a plane, but rather by foot across the border that's been accurately advertised around the world as largely unprotected and ready access granted. It would be difficult to overstate the danger represented by the presence inside our borders of what is comparatively a multi-dimension army of young single adult males from hostile nations and regions whose background, intent, or allegiance is completely unknown.
Yeah.
That is the problem.
Yeah, in fact, we have a picture of 8 individuals. And not only are they military-aged young men there, they're also in camouflage with military packs and stuff, but it's not an invasion. It's not at all.
No, don't call it that. That's hateful.
And so that was...
How dare you? These people are just looking for a better life in America.
Right. So that was in Texas, but then also near San Diego. Let's see here. The report was that Middle Eastern and Chinese fit men typically come over in waves of 7. So, I mean, I don't know who the... eighth wheel was there, but anyway, normally
maybe the short guy on the far left side.
Yeah, put that back up. Yeah, that guy's just like, hey guys, let me be a part of this.
Can I come too? Can I come too? Huh? How about it?
Well, we're supposed to be in a group of 7, but I guess you're 7.5. Let's see here. But yeah, so anyway, this is not like, this isn't a rarity.
No.
This is
I mean, it's happening every single day.
SOP down there, man.
Every single day.
It's frustrating, man. This administration does not care. This is what they want. This is what Marxists want. They want the nation destroyed one way or the other.
Yep.
And they're willing to allow the border to be wide open in order to do it.
But fortunately, we had more from Joe. He had more to say.
Oh, good. Oh, he's going to fix it.
Yeah.
Asylum officers and over 100 cutting-edge inspection machines to help detect and stop fentanyl coming on our southwest border.
Get it? I mean, that's his plan. What are you laughing at? The President of the United States. Play it again, Joe.
He just spelled it out.
Yes,
right?
He's trying to fix it, and you're over there laughing for some reason. I can't figure it out. Let's hear this again.
Asylum officers and over 100 cutting-edge inspection machines to help detect and stop fentanyl coming on our southwest border.
Yeah, you got it. Come sums.
Yeah, you got it.
Come sums. Come sums.
How much clearer does this man have to be? And we mock. I apologize.
He's trying. Thank you. He's trying to help.
Trying to put a stop to the onslaught. And the Republicans just won't let him. They just will not let him.
So it became the number became official over the weekend. 302,034 migrant encounters in December alone, highest month ever recorded.
332,000.
No, 302,34.
Oh, right. That was, yeah.
But Border Patrol reports that they arrested 19, it's just December, y'all, 19 people on the FBI terror watch list.
Okay.
Bringing the total to 50 arrests for fiscal year 2024 so far. So that's just, 4 months?
And that's,
right? Yeah.
Keep in mind, those are just the ones we're catching.
Yep.
We're not catching probably a tenth of them.
Okay. So that was a fun fact for December. Let me give you a fun fact for Friday. Okay.
All right.
Let's see. Per Border Patrol source, the San Diego sector had 1,170 illegal crossings on Thursday. Okay. Including 168 Chinese citizens.
Why do you hate Chinese?
I just said it was. I built it as a fun fact. Pat.
Oh, okay. All right.
Fun fact.
Good.
For Thursday,
I thought you were casting aspersions.
Thursday in San Diego.
Yeah, at these wonderful people looking for freedom here in America.
Well, because if you cross from, say, California into Mexico, right? Eventually you get down to Central America, South America, and then way down there, like the tip of Chile, that's where China borders.
China. Right.
So
right.
We're just all about giving you fun facts. We are being invaded by every corner of this planet, man, with nations with hostile intent.
Yes.
It's just...
And they've made it clear that they have hostile intent, and we still don't do anything about it.
Why?
We're still worried about, white supremacists in this in this country.
Yeah.
That's what we're worried about. The right-wing fascists that we see so often in everyday life. I mean, how many do you run into every single day? These white supremacists. They're everywhere.
Everywhere. Well, I mean, we work in talk radio, so obviously we're exposed to it a little bit more frequently than the rest of the American public.
Sure.
Do you have can we put up the fun fact from Kay Granger, Texas Congresswoman, who posted this thing here? This is from the Homeland Security, the $13 billion estimated every year. Do we have that image? No? Okay, well, she posted a graphic that said $13 billion. It's the estimated amount that cartels are making each year smuggling illegal immigrants into the U.S.
Should be cut 7 in the images if you have it.
Yeah.
That's what it says anyway, but we don't have it.
So anyway, it's $13 billion.
So $13 billion. How often?
Every year.
Every year.
Okay, so I saw that fact from Kay Granger on Twitter yesterday, and I thought, man, that's a big industry. So do we have full screen 8 that shows the top 5 industries? Okay, there you go. There's the.
Keep in mind that's bigger than the NFL. By the way, that's more revenue than the NFL has.
Okay, that's a good comparison.
$13 billion.
So go to the next graphic there, the number 1 through 5. Okay, so this is the top 10 most profitable industries in the U.S. Okay. We've got, what do we got there? We got private equity,
hedge funds,
credit card, of course, real estate, hotels
and motels.
What's this? Insurance.
Third-party administrative and insurance claims.
And they're at $44 billion. Okay, so let's go through 6 through 10 top profitable industries in the U.S.
Credit unions. coal, and natural gas.
Okay.
Soft drink, baked goods, blah, blah.
Okay.
Food. So the food, big food.
So big food is at $15 billion.
All right.
Long distance freight trucking in the U.S. is $11 billion.
And then
in between
performers and creators.
Right. In between the trucking
man.
industry and the food industry, that's where you would land. It would be the 9th most profitable business in this country is trafficking human beings illegally.
That is something else. Just to put a little perspective on this situation. Jeez.
It's horrific.
Yeah, it is. And yet they continue to do nothing. Absolutely nothing about it. And when you talk about what a crisis it is, they deny it's a crisis at all. And then whatever is a problem is the fault of Donald Trump or Republicans. And this was the guy. Do you remember when he said he's going to accept responsibility? He's not going to push the blame on others like the previous administration did. Oh, really? Okay. What has he ever taken responsibility for? Ever. Has he ever taken any responsibility for anything that's gone wrong? He doesn't admit anything's ever gone wrong. Anything that has happened that is bad is Donald Trump's fault.
Well, okay. He actually, kind of took responsibility for something this weekend.
Oh, I can't wait to hear.
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of. It's clip 13.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Biden. He's mad at the sitting president. See? Watch this.
Did you see what he recently said about he wants to see the economy crash this year?
Yeah.
Sitting president.
Sitting president. Really?
Say in my face, bless me, Father, come on, man.
I don't know, man.
Come on, man. The sitting president is you, dumbass. The sitting president. I wish you were the sitting president. That would be nice.
And he's so coherent, too, when he delivers that stuff.
Right.
Did you see what he recently said about he wants to see the economy crash this year? Sitting president. They say in my face, bless me, Father.
Well, congratulations, Joe, because you wanted it and you got it.
Wow.
He sucks on so many levels, man.
Oh, my. But that's fine. You know, there's no headline screaming, Joe Biden confuses himself with Donald Trump or Donald Trump with him. But if had that been Trump saying it, that would be a clear indication of his cognitive abilities declining. And you certainly can't elect him. Look at what shape his brain is in. They don't even mention the Biden slip-ups.
No.
Screw-ups, his dementia-riddled BS.
Can we play... I want you to see this border wall. This is between Egypt and Gaza, Pat.
Oh.
I want you to see this and tell me why in the world don't we have this on our own border? We are the greatest nation to ever exist. This should be what it looks like at the southern border.
That's between Egypt and
Gaza. Yeah. It works, too. It freaking works.
It does, yeah. Look man, they don't want Palestinians coming into Egypt, do they? Look at that!
Honestly, that's what it should look like in Israel, where they busted through.
That is interesting.
If you're listening, it's a wall that, what do you think, it's 20 feet high?
Probably at least.
And it's a wall.
Yeah.
And then on the side, it's 3 rows of barbed wire. Then there's a fence, like a concrete barricade between there.
Yeah.
They are not messing around.
They're trying to keep somebody out.
What do you mean?
You know, the people that they love and support so much and they care about so deeply.
I thought they were trying to keep out people that want to do jobs that ordinary Egyptians just don't want to do. That's what I thought.
Wow. That tells you everything you need to know about the Palestinians. They are not wanted as much as the Arabs scream and yell about them and their rights, and they should exist and they should have their own territory. Well, yeah, but they don't want them sharing their territory. That's for sure. Let Israel do it, but they're not going to.
Right.
Wow. That's just something that doesn't get mentioned often enough. 888-900-3393. Much more on the way. We haven't even scratched the surface yet. Coming up, Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here. Caffeinated Texan tweets, how is Joey going to respond to Iran sending terrorists to attack Americans? Give Iran more money?
Oh. Yeah, who paid for those drones that just killed our troops?
Yeah, we did. Jimmy Dimples, I admire the truckers' intent, but you'd think they'd plant some modular trailers in the gaps instead of simply joining hands across.
That's a good plan. Maybe they will. You know what you could do? If you're a trucker and you're headed down there, you load it up with supplies to take care of your guys, and then you leave the empty... I'm sure it doesn't cost... What's an empty trailer cost anyway? And just leave it there in the gap.
Yeah. I'm sure that'll work out fine.
Yeah.
Living in a suboptimal world. We are living in a suboptimal world, and we are all suboptimal girls.
Nailed it, man.
Yeah,
Did you write that down yet?
Just no,
No,
but I'm
you
going
need to.
to.
We'll wait while you write it down.
All right, I got it.
Okay.
If someone is invading our home, you protect it. The people have spoken.
Yeah.
Micah 6'8" is enough. I'm encouraged by the truckers for freedom. It's a little bit reminiscent of the Tea Party days. It's people doing things rather than just voting in rhinos and focusing in on political campaigns to do our will.
Yeah, the difference now compared to the Tea Party days is the Marxists are ready for us.
Yeah.
And therefore, they're the ones that get the advantage in this if you let them.
From High Plains Stranger, the truckers should be careful not to start another J6 on the Texas border. That's for sure. The feds will round up everyone for just being in Texas. Yeah, good luck following 30 million of us. Good luck with that. Hee-haw the Viking. Does that mean that February 3rd will be the day that democracy almost died again?
Oh, you know, another thing February 3rd is, it's also the 1-year anniversary of the train wreck in East Palestine, Ohio, that Joe Biden still just hasn't found the time
He's
to
busy.
make it. Well, I mean, how many trips has he made to Delaware since then?
So, well, I'm sure he's barely been there, but, he deserves a vacation as hard as he works. Sometimes he doesn't put the lid on the day until 9 a.m. So he's up at 8, and then the next 60 minutes is, well, not solid work. I mean, he has to take a break for 15, 20 minutes of those. But then he'll have a meeting. And then, after the meeting, after that grueling, 40 minutes, then he puts the lid on the day. So who can blame him? I mean, they can barely keep up with him at the White House. I
mean, honestly, though, with Joe, work is walking from the door.
We've seen that.
The hall.
We've definitely seen that. By the way, Donald Trump responded to Joe's border comments over the weekend. Here's what Trump had to say.
No idea who they are. The fact is that if Joe Biden truly wanted to secure the border, he doesn't really need a bill. I didn't need a bill. I did it without a bill. I did it with the current laws. I used Border Patrol. I didn't have a bill. I didn't need lots of different things. It's not that complicated. You say, I don't want the people coming in. They say, yes, sir. There won't be any people coming.
So, I mean, yes, but that's the problem with an executive order, which is how Biden was able to overturn it on day one, because the Republican Party wasn't behind Trump on the border or on overturning Obamacare or on fill in the blank.
Yep. And he needed Congress for that stuff because they've got the purse strings. So he needed them to cut off the Obamacare baloney, and he needed them to fund the border wall.
He did what he could without the backing of his own Congress.
Yeah, he did. And he had more to say about it.
When I'm president, instead of trying to send Texas a restraining order, I will send them reinforcements.
Have they been arrested yet, those people?
Instead of fighting border states, I will use every resource, tool, and authority of the U.S. president to defend the United States of America from this horrible invasion that is taking place right now. There's never been anything like it. Texas will be given full support, and I will deploy all necessary military and law enforcement resources to seal up the final section of border. You know, we built over 500 miles of wall, fortunately, but they are just, what they're doing is just not even, it's not even believable.
It's not believable.
And I believe he'll do that. Yeah. I believe he will do what he can, you know, with the limited power that the president has. He can't do everything without support. He's got to get the support of Congress. And are Republicans going to give him that support? I don't know. They didn't last time, so we'll see.
When you think back to those first 2 years, man, every time Republicans squander their power.
Yeah.
It's maddening.
That is true.
And yet
every single time.
Great hope of saving this nation, the Republican Party.
Yeah. Well, because the Marxists
I know.
Are so bad that any glimmer of hope that we have.
You talk about being Overton-windowed, man.
Oh, we're there. And then some.
Lesser of two evils, I guess. Oh, I'm tired of that.
Now, for Biden's border czar, the invasion of the southern border isn't the biggest threat to America, of course. The biggest threat is the guy you just heard from.
Oh.
Apparently.
Okay. We must recognize the profound threat he poses to our freedoms and
Seriously?
our democracy.
We don't have a democracy, Putin, so I'm not worried about that.
The profound threat posed by extremists across our nation who have been inspired, encouraged, and even cowered by the former president.
Jeez. He's not the sitting president?
In this moment, all across our nation, we are witnessing a full-on attack on hard-won, hard-fought freedoms and rights.
That's for sure.
Yep.
That's for sure. She got that part right. Jeez.
People, man.
Oh, man, that's agonizing. And again, the focus is on American citizens. It's on Trump supporters and Trump.
Yep.
Those are the threats we face from Trump supporters, from MAGA Republicans. Don't worry about the terrorists coming across the southern border. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the Chinese nationals coming across the southern border. Don't worry about the fentanyl coming across the southern border, or the absolute waves of illegals who come here and have to be supported then by us, or are taking American jobs that Americans need, or are committing crimes that wouldn't be committed otherwise. And yes, there are good people coming across too that just really do want to support their families and whatever. But the huge issues we face that are negative challenges far outweigh the rest. It's a problem we have to deal with. And they won't even look at the problem. They don't even believe there is a problem because, again, the problem is us. The MAGA Republicans are the problem. Man, it is just unbelievable. If they could set up concentration camps for Republicans, they would. They would.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
100%, bro.
We would have re-education camps right now to try to convince us about the woke way they're trying to lead us to.
Yeah, and I'm sure that time is coming. But instead, they've got your kids. They're getting them early. So they're not needing to re-educate. They're just educating from the beginning when it comes to them.
Right, because they're patient. They've been patient for some time. I mean, they've been planning this and working on this for over 100 years. Now they have all the elements in place. They've taken over the education system. They've taken over Hollywood. They've taken over pretty much all entertainment. And they have the key states, California, New York, Massachusetts. And now, they're just implementing everything that they've been working on for 100 years.
Yeah. In fact, there was a report over the weekend that George Soros pouring extensive amounts of cash into Texas to try to flip it blue.
Oh, my gosh. That guy just will not go away. And apparently his son is even worse.
I know.
You think, okay, well, he's about to die. He's, 93 or something. And his son is even more radical than he is.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, that's...
The person who's going to take the reins of his empire.
That's good.
Is worse. So that's good. We got that going for us. Also, Democrats are beginning to realize that, Trump is the one they're going to face. And they're excited about that because they think they're going to have him in jail. We'll talk about some of the issues and challenges he faces. Jeez, it's incredible. But Adam Schiff and
no, not this guy again.
Boneheads like that are back spewing their debunked lies that have been disproven long ago. Here he is with more.
What is your response to that? That essentially you made this case bigger than it was in order to score political points yourself, and you shouldn't be trusted because of it.
A Russian hoax.
This is Donald Trump's argument. This is the no collusion, no obstruction mantra of Trump. The facts, though, are very different. As I laid out during the debate,
no, they're not.
Donald Trump's campaign chairman was secretly meeting with Russian intelligence and giving them their internal polling data while Russian intelligence was helping their campaign. Everybody other than Donald Trump recognizes, okay, that's certainly collusion.
Wow. Same old stuff. Same old disproven garbage. Wow. Let me take a minute and tell you about Undertack. You already know about Sierra Whiskey Company, the folks that brought you Undertack, the revolutionary boxers that are changing the game. Well, they just unveiled a whole bunch of new products for the new year. Now they offer socks, joggers, T-shirts, and sweatshirts. All are made in America and embody the same rugged spirit you've come to expect from Undertack. Their socks are made of battle weave wool. That's 5 times stronger than merino. Their ring-spun cotton hoodies and joggers are dangerously comfortable, and every patriot needs the EDC T-shirt 3-pack. Remember, Undertack isn't your typical men's boxers. They're made with modal. Think of that like cotton. It's just a lot better. It's 50% more moisture-wicking and antibacterial, and it's just way softer. Feels great, looks great, stays in place with a sturdy yet comfortable extra-wide waistband, and the fly design is completely straightforward. Undertack is durable, it's ultra-light, it's fade-resistant, and shrink-resistant. And if that's not enough, they donate a portion of their products, of their profits from their products, to organizations actively in the fight against human trafficking. Stock your drawers today with Undertack. Undertack.com. That's Undertack.com. Get 20% off site-wide when you use my offer code PAT20. Exceptional comfort, twice the guarantee, and a fraction of the price. Undertack.com. Under, T-A-C, Undertack.com.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
Man, the lying liars who lie do it so often.
It's so draining.
And so well that it's stunning to me every single day that they get away with it. Every day.
It's disheartening, man.
It is.
It's like...
It is.
Is anybody seeing this? Is anybody?
I know.
Like, are your friends and your neighbors? Do they? Or do you even talk politics anymore? I try to avoid.
I think a lot of people don't.
Costs. Yeah.
They're just worn down with it. They're just beaten down. It's fatiguing.
Yeah.
Which is why we try to make this apocalypse that's going on right now fun.
It's definitely going on.
It is absolutely happening. And the lies, I mean, again, 5, 10, 15 years ago, while they lied a lot, they weren't as blatant and obvious as they are now. Proven long ago lies that they continue to maintain are the truth. And then they act like we're the ones who are the big fat liars.
Yeah. Or I love it. I mean, this whole thing started with Clinton, right? They try to make it so that you're the big deal.
Yeah.
Like, it's his private life.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And that, oh my gosh, I'm doing the KJP right thing again. I don't like it. Anyway, so I mean, it's so frustrating.
It is.
It's madness, really man. Is. Yep. It just every day is a new adventure.
Every day.
But what's a recent lie you can point to from him?
Well, the Adam Schiff thing.
The Adam Schiff thing?
Yeah.
How about the hard hat?
On Friday, too, there was the Joe Biden wearing the hard hat backward. And Snopes, of course, defended him.
Of course they did.
That's a lie. That's false. Mm-hmm. Here's the lie. President Joe Biden wore a hard hat backwards during a photo op with union construction workers in Superior, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Rating false.
Is it false? Yeah, okay.
Well, it turns out...
Yeah, they got a lot of heat on that one.
Yeah, they found out differently, of course. So they had to redo it.
They had to repost it with a true mark. Yeah, okay.
U.S. President Joe Biden wore a hard hat backwards during a photo op with union construction workers in Superior, Wisconsin. True. Yeah, it was funny. No explanation at all why it was previously rated false.
Yeah, the explanation was that everybody and their brother online was demonstrating to them how idiotic their post was and how idiotic this president is.
They'll do anything to defend him.
Yeah.
That just, it used to be at the very beginning of Snopes, before I knew who ran it, I used to think, okay, that's pretty good evidence that something's either true or false. They fact-checked it, right? No. The fact-checkers are not fact-checkers anymore.
But Joe Biden is just so good, right? So good. So just a great president.
Yeah.
You've got to hear what Gavin Newsom said here, because people are what? They're saying, hey, man, maybe
you should run.
Maybe you should replace him on the ballot before November. This is hysterical.
Okay.
Want to run when you have someone of such esteem as our incumbent president of the United States, with a record of accomplishments and a man of character, a man of decency. I'm old school. Talk about loyalty. I'll go to ends of the earth for this guy. I really would.
Wow.
You gotta look at the look on his face. He's so like, how dare this even be brought up?
Who in their mind would want to run when you have someone of such esteem as our incumbent president of the United States, with a record of accomplishments and a man of character, a man of decency? I'm old school. Talk about loyalty. I'll go to ends of the earth for this guy. I really would.
I'm old school. You're trying.
Amazing.
Methinks you doth protest too much, Gavin.
No kidding. Wow.
Go to the ends of the earth for this guy.
Do not come. Do not come.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. 888-933-93 Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Super Bowl's all set. If you missed it over the weekend, if you're a football fan, there's no way you missed it over the weekend. It's going to be 49ers Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So all of the conspiracy nonsense, the Super Bowl colors mean that San Francisco and Baltimore have been predetermined to be in this. No, apparently not.
Well,
apparently not.
Yeah. I mean, the Ravens
didn't make it.
Have to at least show an effort.
Yeah.
To be able to fit the script. Boy, that was
tough one.
You Detroit Lions fans?
Man, up 24-7.
I'm so sorry. I truly am. I hate it for them.
Man, that's sad because they still have never been to a Super Bowl. One of the few teams left who have never been to a Super Bowl. You got Detroit.
You got Cleveland. Cleveland, yeah. Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, obviously, because that's a newer franchise.
Yeah, the Texans, very new, yeah.
Texans.
Let's see, who's
20-some years now for the Texans. So that's 4.
Yeah.
Is there a fifth? I think there's a fifth one.
Is there?
I can't think of who it is. Maybe that's only 4 now.
We said
Cleveland,
I don't know. Yeah. What sucks for Cleveland is 5 minutes after they move to Baltimore, they go and win the Super Bowl as the Ravens.
Right.
But man, I tell you, that game yesterday, us Atlanta Falcons fans were watching that going, I'm sorry, Detroit, we know how this goes. Mm-hmm. And I think the greatest meme was this This guy is standing, he's got the hangman's noose around his neck, and it's a Atlanta Falcons fan, and he's looking over at the Lions fan. He's like, yeah, first time? Yeah. Yep.
So, what, 2 weeks from yesterday?
Yeah.
Super Bowl 58. Jeez, that's incredible. 58 years of Super Bowl football. Incredible. Got some tweets here. Patrick Hill tweets, when are we going to get Texas-shaped Kexi cookies?
Ooh.
That's a really good question.
That's a great idea.
Need to do that. By the way, our Valentine's box is out now, and you can get the most delicious cookies on the face of this planet or any other planet. I'm pretty confident in that. I'm pretty sure they're not just the best cookies on Earth, but probably the universe.
Yeah.
And then you have the, better than sex cookies?
Yeah, we have those. Yeah, that's an actual flavor. It's an actual flavor. And the strawberry chocolate, I think, chocolate strawberry one.
Yes. Delicious.
And several other really, really excellent cookies in this batch. And with the promo code Winter Blues, you can get 10% off your purchase right now. And get them in time for Valentine's Day. You still have time to do that. Kexi.com, KEKSI.com. And the Texas-shaped cookie would be really cool.
I mean, no pressure, but Texas Independence coming up in March.
All right.
Just a heads up.
And we might be celebrating it with actual Texas independence. We'll see. Gilbert tweets, Joe Biden trying to pray, bless me, Father, for, the thing.
Yeah. Let's see that clip. 13 again.
Did you see what he recently said about that he wants to see the economy crash this year? Sitting president. As they say in my face, bless me, Father, for, come on, man.
Yeah, he just stops. He's like, nah.
Because he doesn't know it.
No.
He doesn't know it.
But I thought he spent every minute of the first 50 years of his life in a Catholic church. Like
Catholic church, black churches.
Oh, we get into that later.
Synagogues, Jewish church. He's been everywhere.
I think he had satellite offices at all of these houses of worship. And he's there so much.
He went there more than the people who you would think went there.
Right.
He attended more Jewish synagogues than any of the Jews did.
Yeah.
He was at black churches more than any of the
the black churches.
Congregation.
He was there so often. The pastors would show up and unlock the church, and he'd be like, oh, Joe, you're still here.
Yeah, okay.
All right, well, how are things?
Lone Wolf 2965 tweets, Republicans squandering their power. Must be a day ending, and why?
Yeah.
Lumbee IT Department. See, that disproven BS from Schiff should be criminally punishable. Same for journalists. I know the founders said false propaganda should be allowed. I don't think that's correct. You can overthrow a civilization so easily if you permit it. Sons of Thunder 43, we must rely on God to sustain us through this spiritual fight. Amen to that. Yep, that's the only way we're going to get through it. Now, Joe Biden. Let's turn our attention to the actual sitting president, Joe Biden. He's in South Carolina ahead of the big Democrat primary there.
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah.
In South Carolina?
Yeah, for Democrats.
Democrats.
Republicans are the 23rd.
Right. The problem is he can't say the word Carolina. That's an issue.
Oh, wait.
Him.
So that is a problem.
But the truth is, I wouldn't be here without the Democratic voters of South Carolina, and that's a fact.
Wait, hold on.
So I want to start with...
Wait, that was...
Wouldn't be here without the what? Yeah, let's hear that again.
South Carolina. But the truth is, I wouldn't be here without the Democratic voters of South Carolina, and that's a fact.
South Carolina. So I wouldn't be here without the Democrats of South Carolina. And that is a fact. You remember back in 2020, he was way behind. Yep. He wasn't even an afterthought in the race. Yep. He got his ass kicked in Iowa and New Hampshire. And then he goes to South Carolina and wins somehow, some way.
Jim Clyburn, you can thank him, who was hanging out
everything
with him all weekend in South Carolina. So that was fun.
That's fun. Mm-hmm. So South Carolina, good luck voting for him again.
Yeah, big thanks to South Carolina for giving us Joe.
Another problem is that his brain malfunctions all the time.
Does it?
Yeah.
Now, see, I haven't noticed this.
You haven't noticed?
This is
This might be a first.
So
then.
you're editorializing, or is
a
this
little
a
bit.
fact?
Well, you be the judge.
Okay.
Folks, if I were smart, I'd say thank you and leave.
Please do.
I'd love
please,
that.
Just
That'd
walk
be
on.
Awesome if you would. You just leave.
If I were smart, I would just leave. Say thank you and leave. Boy, his brain really just stopped in the middle of that.
Yeah. He's also been screaming a lot lately, like he did when retelling a debunked story about Donald Trump.
Donald Trump,
yeah,
when he was commander-in-chief,
right,
refused to visit a cemetery, U.S. cemetery outside of Paris.
What?
For fallen American soldiers.
No.
And he referred to those heroes, and I quote, as suckers and losers. He actually said that.
No.
He said that. How dare he say that? Look at that. How dare he talk about my son and all of us just like that?
Oh my gosh. Did you? Okay, if you're not watching this video.
Oh my gosh.
His face is so contorted. It's like a demon is. I mean, it's like it.
Like a demon.
Donald Trump.
This is an example.
When he was commander-in-chief.
Analogy.
Refused to visit a cemetery, U.S. cemetery outside of Paris.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
For
Watch
fallen
this.
American soldiers. And he referred to those heroes, and I quote, as suckers and losers.
Yeah, show me that tape.
He actually said that.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
He said that. How dare he say that? How dare he talk about my son and all of us just like that?
Your son? Wait, your son fought in Normandy? Did he? What are you talking about? So he's essentially saying his son was at Normandy or somewhere on the beaches of France, or that he died anywhere in battle, which he did not. So that lie continues, obviously. And then the lie about that was disproven at the time. He did not say that. Show me. He was accused of saying that by somebody who just basically made it up, but it was denied by everybody who knew him and was around him when he could have said it and didn't.
Yeah, they've specifically said that he didn't.
He did not say that. And here's this guy years later continuing to promote that story. That's an absolute, flat-out lie.
I know, man.
This guy is...
This goes back to what you said. They just lie after lie.
Yeah,
they don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care.
I mean, that's just sheer evil. That's just sheer, unadulterated evil.
And his face lends credence to that.
Shows it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's demonic. He is demonic. He also visited a black barber shop where he was just a tad awkward talking about himself, as always.
Ron Jameson. Ron Jameson. Good to see you, man. Pleasure meeting you. If I had you running in front of me when I was playing Adele, I could have been All-American, man.
Catch that? Okay.
How you doing, man?
All right. So the first thing he does is he awkwardly touches the black guy sitting there.
Yeah.
And then he says, "Man, if I had you blocking for me, I could have been an All-American."
Oh, no, did he? Is that what he said again?
Play it again.
Oh,
now that you know, play it again. Ron
Jameson. Good to see you, man. Pleasure meeting you. If I had you running in front of me when I was playing Adele, I could have been All-American, man.
Hey, I'm going to lay him down for you.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
More of that homoerotic stuff where he's all impressed with a man's muscle.
The dude is just like...
and he's like,
yeah, I would have laid him down for you.
Yeah, whatever.
Keep moving, old man. Keep moving.
And then the football All-American thing.
Oh, gosh.
Had him blocking. You weren't a running back. He wasn't a running back. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Don't get hung up on the depth chart.
Oh, man. It's agonizing with this guy.
I want nothing more in this world than for that old man
to leave
vanish
office.
From our consciousness.
Yeah, I mean, I second that. It would be so great just if we didn't have to talk about him or think about him ever again. It'd be great. It'd be great.
Just grotesque.
Sunday morning, he arrived at a Columbia, South Carolina church. Columbia, South Carolina. church. 15 minutes after the service started.
Oh, that's good. Look at him just barge in with his shuffle. Oh, look, there's Clyburn.
Come on, give God some praise in this
Oh, he's got
Hey,
the little
fake jog. The fake jog again.
So worthy to be praised.
There he is. He's really not awkward at all.
Why does he look like so uncomfortable?
And by the way,
because he's in a church. So.
And you just got done explaining how demonic the man was. So, I mean, you answered your own question.
Yep.
So I caught myself doing the fake Biden jog over the weekend. I was in a parking lot, and I do the token fake jog. When someone's letting you go.
Yep.
And
I
you're like,
think about that
look
all
at me
the time.
really trying here. No, I don't think so. I'm just making it look like I'm trying, bro.
In fact, when I start the fake jog, I actually break into a jog because I don't want to do the Biden thing.
Oh, right. So
Yeah.
you give more effort than me.
Yeah, I do. I have to give
Okay.
a little extra effort because I'm not going to fake jog like the president. I'm not going to do it.
It just clicked yesterday when I was doing that. I was like, oh, look, I'm Joe. Wow.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Then he bragged, of course, as he always does, from the pulpit. This is fun.
Gosh. Oh, no.
Thanks for bringing me home. Oh, y'all think I'm kidding. For the longest time, when I was a young public defender and a United States Senator, I went to, if you'll excuse me, an AME church. I apologize. With Reverend Beeman. You brought it all back, Rev.
All right. He's bragging about his time in an AME church. Oh, crap.
Man.
Kudos to his brain for realizing he wasn't in an AME church at the moment there. That was, that's a big move for him. I think it was a Baptist church. I'm not positive, but...
Oh.
Or maybe, you know what? I
Oopsie
guarantee
daisies.
you. I bet it was an AME church and he just screwed it. No, I have no idea. I really don't know. Oh, boy.
But he had more to say.
Oh, good.
Like I said, I was kidding with Jim. I'd always go to 7:30 Mass at St. Joe's, which is a church built, Catholic church built by indentured Irish servants working for the DuPont family. It's those kind of made me angry. The cornerstone of the church, 1848, says built for our Catholics. I never figured we were their Catholics. But anyway.
What?
But all kidding aside, then I'd go to 10:30 Mass, 10:30 service with Reverend Beeman.
Yeah.
And during the civil rights era, when I was working hard as a young man and a public defender.
And weren't part of the civil rights movement.
You said it, Rev. My mother would say, you got to be who you say you are.
Oh, powerful.
You got to do what you say you're going to do. Just get up. Just get up.
Wow, that's powerful.
What was it? You got to be who you say.
Be who you say you are. You got to do what you say you do.
I'm not as inspired as I thought I was.
You got to get up.
Got to get up.
My mom used to tell me that too.
Get up.
You got to get up.
Get up. Sucks in every way.
Oh, so bad.
Every freaking way.
And of course, then he had to butcher another name. This time, a WNBA player's name.
And
who knew though? Really?
Asia Williams is from here.
Who?
Asia Williams.
And that
Asia
woman
Williams.
played basketball.
But it's Wilson.
Oh.
Wait, here, listen.
That's the only reason I was coming. I thought she was here.
Wait for it.
I'm only joking. I know she's out. I don't get in trouble with my wife if I keep fooling around.
So I looked her up yesterday. I don't feel like looking her up now. I think it's Asia Wilson.
Oh, so he got the name wrong.
From South Carolina, University of South Carolina, plays for the Las Vegas, whatever their nickname is.
Oh my God!
I better stop joking. My wife's gonna get mad.
Wow.
He's
about what?
I don't know. Oh wait,
are you hot for Asia Wilson? Is that why would she? What are you talking about?
Oh, hold on. Before we play the next clip on the sheet here, we need to go back here because. We missed something. He's telling a story at the other speech, clip 11, where he's talking about shrinkflation that's happening. It's happening because you suck, Joe Biden, and your economy sucks. But you talk about a reference. Am I the only person that doesn't understand what he's even talking about? Or what's happening here? What?
Greedflation, shrinkflation. You see that article about the Snickers bars?
See Snickers bar?
Well,
No.
it's going to stop. America, we're tired of being played for suckers.
He's gonna
so
die.
he's going to stop companies.
He's going to die on the hill
from making whatever size product they want and charging whatever price they want. Right? We don't have to buy it if we don't want to. If I see a Snickers bar that's, a third smaller than it used to be, then I can have the choice of either paying for it now and paying the same price I did when it was bigger, or just not buying it.
You're being played for a sucker. Just a strange man.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. And every single issue, he's wrong on. Everything. It's amazing. It's hard to be wrong on everything. You would think just by the law of averages, you'd get one right from time to time, but no. No, he doesn't.
Okay.
Plus, he left the pulpit
Yes.
confused.
Yes.
Because that's what happens to him every time he leaves a pulpit or a podium.
This is good, though. This is a bad one.
Over there. Over there.
We're
Over
gonna
here.
do
Over there.
No, wait.
The blessing.
Now he
over
gets down
the
here.
offering,
Yeah.
And then we're going to do the benediction.
Now where do I go?
No, back up there.
After which
Stand here.
Look at his face. Look at his eyes. They're vacant.
He has no
They're
idea.
gone.
Yeah, he knows. He has no idea where to go, what to do.
I don't think he
Incredible.
just put the last shot up there, the last still shot, last frame. I don't even think at this point in time he knows his name. His eyes are so vacant. His mouth is open. He's just, what do I do with my hands? I mean, good grief.
Incredible.
I mean, at least the guy's not something important like what, President of the United States? Like,
Yeah,
can
leader
you
of the free
imagine a
world.
country where that guy is in charge?
No. Yeah, no.
What a joke that would be.
Yeah, boy. This past December, drug shortages hit a record high. And, of course, that causes severe disruptions in our medical treatments. There's delays. There's treatment cancellations. And, unfortunately, rationing of vital medications, even drugs as important as the antibiotic amoxicillin, are in short supply right now, along with about 294 other drugs. Doctors are even saying they've been forced to make impossible choices, which include choosing which patients will be prioritized to get potentially curative therapy. That's why you need the Jace case. Looks like this comes with 5 essential antibiotics that treat most common deadly bacterial infections. And Jace is continually working to expand their medication offerings, too. They've even added ivermectin as an option in the Jace case. Plus, you can buy a gift card for your family member, a loved one, so that they can get a Jace case of their own, and they can even personalize it to their needs. Everybody should be empowered to care for themselves and their loved ones during the unexpected. So get your Jace case today. Go to jacemedical.com. Enter the promo code PAT at checkout, and you'll get a nice discount on your order. That's promo code PAT at jacemedical.com.
Pat Gray. Join the conversation. 888-900-3393. Pat Gray Unleashed. We'll be right back.
Great to have you with us. Some tweets to share. Mandalorian Patriot. Didn't Joe call service members dumb SOBs?
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Or stupid bastards or something to that
Clap,
effect.
you stupid bastard.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. In fact, I just looked it up. Snopes calls it true, but only jokingly.
Oh, no, come on.
Only jokingly. Didn't sound like he was joking. He really didn't when he said it.
Yeah, he's called them both.
Yeah.
Bastards and
I think he has, yeah. Bad Engineer tweets, haven't been to confession in years. Is it not bless me, Father? Come on, man? Anymore?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not Catholic, so maybe some Catholics can clue us in. Maybe that changed at Vatican II. I'm not sure. Yeah. Holy smokes, blue check. Joe Biden's policies are directly responsible for getting troops killed.
Yep.
He shouldn't be worrying about anything Donald Trump has or hasn't said. Joe Biden is everything the left claimed Trump was going to be. Sweater yams, there's an enormous amount of Biden awful videos because they're not filtering anything anymore. That way, they'll have the proof they need to bring in Big Mike.
Big Mike. Something's changing on that ballot before November. I have no doubt.
It's possible. It's possible. Big Mike is frightening, though, because Big Mike is, for some reason, popular with the American people. Now, would that go away quickly when she starts to speak? I hope so, but who knows? I don't know that I want to take the chance.
Big Mike, Michelle Obama, for those.
Right, for those not in the know, that the trans sort of situation there, the alleged trans situation. Some people think that she's carrying a package somewhere.
Oh, she is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay, this is going to work out well. So okay. First of all, do you think they're going to replace Joe Biden on the ballot before November?
I go back and forth on that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think it's kind of late in the game to do that. So
what was my reasoning before the end of February? I forgot what it was. I don't know. Who cares now? But I still think that if they don't do it, I think you're right, though. They got to do it in the next few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Or
there's a rumor that somehow in May they're going to do it.
What's that
I don't know.
about?
That seems really late to me. But
now you could, in theory, do it at the convention. He could just get up there and be like, "All right, I'm too old, whatever."
Yeah, you could.
You know what? Here's what you do. His Marxist handlers, he'll read it may not be coherent, but he will, in theory, attempt to read whatever's in the teleprompter. So you need to get him in front of an audience anywhere publicly where C-SPAN is rolling and have him up there just say, hey, folks, I want you to know that I'm resigning from the office. Then they can't walk that back because he will have no idea what he's saying.
Well, that's not what he meant. No, what he meant.
Snopes, what does he mean?
Yeah, what you mean? He was joking. He was kidding about that. I don't know.
Yeah, somebody's taking his place on the ballot. I don't know who.
Big Mike.
Or Gavin. Oh, no, Gavin already
Can't be
said,
Gavin, because Gavin loves him.
There's
no reason to replace him. He's so good. More coming up in a minute.
I'm going to get in real trouble.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
According to a new survey, most Americans think they pay too much in taxes. What? How is that? How is that possible? 2/3 of U.S. taxpayers. How is it that low? How is not every single American saying, no, I pay too much? I don't care if it's 10%, whatever it is. It's too much to the government in income tax.
So people that aren't patriots, huh?
Yeah, right.
Wow, okay.
2/3 say they spend too much on federal income tax as tax season begins. About 70%, 7 in 10, say the same thing about local property taxes. I'm joining the majority in both of those. While roughly 6 in 10 feel that way about state sales tax. Generally speaking, Republicans are more likely than Democrats to view taxes as unfair. To say they're paying too much in taxes and to see taxes as a poor value. Poll found that few U.S. adults have a high level of confidence that the institutions they ultimately use their tax dollars on, whether the federal government or local school districts, spend those taxes in the best interests of people like them. You think? But people tend to trust governing bodies closer to home with their tax dollars slightly more. 16% are extremely or very confident in their local school district.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem right there, right?
Yeah.
Filters right down to your U.S. House representative. Well, not my guy. My guy's fine. Everybody else should go.
Right. This is interesting, too. Adults who are 60 and older are more likely than younger adults to perceive taxes generally as fair. Wait, if you're over 60, you have a better viewpoint of taxation than kids do? All right. After you've been paying them and been brutalized by them your entire life?
That's odd.
Yeah, it is odd. That is odd.
Is that a Social Security thing happening?
Maybe.
Like, hey, the checks keep coming.
Maybe.
So obviously everything worked out beautifully. I don't follow that. Or maybe it's just they're more of a Pollyannish view of government, right?
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
Oh, yeah, you got to trust government.
Also, are Social Security benefits taxed? Or do you get
benefits.
that full amount?
Oh, I don't
because
know.
they come from the tax you paid your entire life to begin with, and then I wouldn't be surprised if they tax them again. Maybe somebody who gets them, who receives Social Security benefits, could tell me if income tax comes out of that.
Good question. Boy.
That'd be like double,
surely not.
triple. You would think not, but
since it's a
with
government,
this government,
probably
you'd
yes.
think so.
Oh, my goodness. That's a great question.
Yeah. I'm curious about that now.
Well, I guess I'll just take a look here.
888-900-3393, or we'll just take a look here. One of the two.
It's taxed. Surely not.
I will say this about each time one of my children has entered the workplace. Oh no,
And
that's not a good sound. and they understand how much is coming out of their paycheck. They're like, how can this happen? How is this legal? Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world.
Wait till you Google FICA, and you're gonna love that. So here we go. Come on. You must pay taxes on up to 85% of your Social Security benefits if you file a federal tax return as an individual, and your combined income exceeds $25,000. Oh well, nobody's combined income exceeds $25,000. Let's see. Joint return. Well, I guess they're saying.
Wait, while you're getting another paycheck, you have to pay taxes on the Social Security?
So I think what they're saying is if you're straight up retired and you're on a fixed income,
then you don't have
it's
to.
just Social Security that is your income, then no. But if you make over $25K, pony up.
Oh, jeez. I can't take it. I mean, it's just so out of control. And our founders were pissed off at excise taxes.
I think of this all the time. It's like,
Gosh,
what kind of threshold of anger? Like,
how pissed would they have been if they were dealing with what we deal with? Jeez.
Can you imagine?
They had a phenomenal deal from Britain compared to what we've got.
Right!
From our own government. The taxation with representation is worse than what they had.
Yes.
And we're fine with it. We're fine. Yeah, it's fair. Whatever. Take 40% of my income.
And
it's fine.
And it wasn't that long. You know how the train of abuses that Jefferson writes, like those weren't happening for as long as things have been happening in this country now.
Right. Yeah, right.
Right. It's like, like if you wrote that today, it would be like for a century now, the federal government has taxed us with, just
incredible. It's incredible.
Yes.
By the way, the United Nations Organization for Palestinian Refugees has fired a dozen staffers over claims that they took part in the October 7th Hamas terror attacks on Israel.
Unreal. But not unreal at all.
Yeah.
It's honestly, I'm shocked it was just a dozen employees that took part in October 7th that are employed by the UN.
Israeli authorities handed over the information alleging that 12 UN Relief and Works Agency, UNRWA employees were involved in the murderous rampage in southern Israel. Wow. The U.S. immediately cut funding to the agency in the wake of the allegation surfacing, according to the State Department, marking a significant reversal from the Biden administration's strong support for UNRWA. Man.
Oh, did you hear the latest negotiation there was, okay, Israel, if you'll stop kicking our ass for 2 months, then we'll release 100, I think it was 100 Israeli.
How about all of them? How about all hostages? Every single hostage, American, Israeli, any other country, release them all, and then we'll talk. Maybe.
Yeah, we're not even going to promise that.
Yeah, not going to promise. I mean, we'll stop for a little while, and then we're going to finish the demolition of Hamas. Jeez. Employees from a Ukrainian arms firm apparently conspired with defense ministry officials in Ukraine.
Wait, what? Stop it. Come on now. What am I to believe anymore?
To embezzle almost $40 million earmarked to buy 100,000 mortar shells for the war with Russia. No.
Yeah, don't be crying poor mouth that we just don't have enough stuff to defend ourselves. Well,
$40 million. Wink, wink.
Yeah. Oh, that's got to be story one out of 100 more to come.
The SBU said late Saturday that 5 people have been charged with one person detained while trying to cross the Ukrainian border. If found guilty, they face up to 12 years in prison. The investigation comes as Kiev attempts to clamp down on corruption in a bid to speed up its membership in the EU and NATO. Officials from both blocs have demanded widespread anti-graft reforms before Kiev can join them. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was elected, of course, on an anti-corruption platform in 2019.
Because, that's what he is.
Because anti-corrupt,
That's
guy.
what I think of whenever I hear the name Volodymyr Zelensky.
Anti-corrupt?
Anti-corrupt.
Me too.
And I'm still waiting for the audit of his own bank accounts. We've talked about, we've documented on this program, on my Twitter feed, that can't wait for the paper trail to show where this money laundering is really happening. Well, we're starting to get it.
We're getting it.
Remember when Rand Paul was like, hey, can we maybe audit where some of this stuff is going? No, what are you? Whoa, so you hate democracy then?
Yeah, why do you love Vladimir Putin? Why do you love the Ruskies? Why? Why are you a communist?
I'm surprised that this news came out, honestly.
I am too. I am too.
As I mentioned it earlier, Speaker Johnson has said that the U.S.-Ukraine aid being negotiated in the Senate will not pass the House. So don't even send it over here, bro.
Wow.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
If you need money, y'all, over in Ukraine, you can talk to these people that...
Yeah. Go get it from the people who embezzled it. How about that? That's another $40 million right there.
Honestly, it's like, Vlad, stop with your speeches where you're almost crying. We don't have enough. We need more. Talk to your own countrymen who have this stuff.
Indeed.
They have just everywhere insanity.
All right. Anybody who has ended up in the doghouse on Valentine's Day? You won't. You won't. When you send farm fresh flowers from Bouqs, like I do. Love it. That's short for bouquets. And we got you covered with 25% off your entire purchase at the Bouqs Company. Bouqs is my go-to flower source, and here's why. Their flowers are fresh cut. They're cut fresh and sourced directly from the best flower farms, even farms on the side of a volcano, so they stay way fresher, way longer. Bouqs is really easy, too. You can buy roses in one click or choose one of their unique modern designs you can't find anywhere else, like the 100 red roses you've heard about. Valentine's Day is February 14th, of course, and you want to place your order early, like I did, and you pick your delivery date. Don't believe it when she says, you don't have to get me anything. She doesn't mean it. And
that
you know
is
she
so
doesn't.
True.
That
is so true.
You know that's not accurate. Be the hero. Go to Bouqs.com, B-O-U-Q-S, Bouqs.com. Use the promo code PAT. You get 25% off. Bouqs.com, Bouqs.com, and use the promo code PAT.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. All right. On Friday, there was another insane verdict reached in a Donald Trump trial. It's not enough that he was found civilly liable for rape, which was so ridiculous. A, it was 30-some years ago. B, it took place at Barney's, where, I don't know, you were completely empty. Was there sagebrush blowing through the store? Nobody heard a noise. Nobody saw a commotion. Nobody said, hey, is that Donald Trump dragging a woman into a dressing room to rape her? Should we intervene? Nah, I'm sure it's fine. She probably loves it. Come on now. And by the way, the door was apparently unlocked because Barney's always keeps their dressing rooms locked. You got to go get the key. Did he do that and say, hey, I'm about to take this woman in there and, against her will, but I need the key so I can do that?
Need the key. How many items are you taking in there, sir? I don't know.
Just the one.
Just the one.
Just the one. The babe. That's not my type.
She's not my type.
So $83.3 million judgment here from this,
in the defamation case
from this New York jury. Benny Johnson lists, just a reminder that she's named her dogs her animals after female body parts.
Mm-hmm.
Told Anderson Cooper that rape is sexy. Lives in a cabin in the woods called the Mouse House.
Yeah.
Paints trees and rocks blue. Lined up her entire allegation with the plot of an SVU episode. She called sluts sexual geniuses. Tweeted about learning sex tips from her dog. And there you go. I mean, it's just...
All right.
This woman is...
And this guy's a liar.
This is...
Okay.
Oh, you want to see the video that she made recently selling... I don't know how recent this is, but this has been making around a commercial she did. For you know those balls you sit on?
Yeah.
The blue balls.
The blue balls. So you don't sit on a chair because it's better for your back or something. This is... she's something else.
I promise you, babe. Balls. If you get rid of your chair at work, sit on a ball, you'll burn more calories, you'll work your core. Excellent for the old back. But here's the thing. It will decrease your cellulite. 7 or 8 weeks from now, you're going to have the size of a 4-year-old.
Ooh, oh, no.
I personally,
Bad
I
example.
have blue balls all over my house.
Okay.
She's got blue balls all over her house.
All right.
Do you want
That
the
is
size of a 4-year-old, by the way?
Strange woman.
I
personally don't,
odd age
but
to
maybe
land
that's just
on.
me. Yeah, really weird. I mean, there's nothing normal about her, and including her claims, which are ridiculous. Now, she was pissed off that he said she wasn't his type.
That's a statement of fact.
Yeah, she said that she was offended by that. Okay, wait. Okay. First, you're saying that you were hot enough that he raped you, and then you were pissed that he said, no, she's not hot enough for me to even rape.
This is a
And
joke.
that was defaming her, and saying that he didn't do it defamed her. And I don't know. The whole thing is so bizarre, and it just sounds so unreasonable. $83 million. In addition to the $5 million judgment that he was assessed with last time, he owes her $88 million. $88 million.
Yeah, and people are saying, hey, the way the judge set this up, that's going to be tough to get this overturned on appeal. Unless you believe this next story. This is...
Some observers say the order is appeal-proof, but not necessarily.
Yeah, they're saying that the judge, the conflict of interest thing?
Yeah. Conflict of interest between E. Jean Carroll's lawyer and the judge presiding. So Trump lawyer Alina Habba said she was unaware Manhattan federal judge Lewis Kaplan and Carroll's lawyer Roberta Kaplan worked together in the early 90s at the same powerhouse white shoe law firm until Saturday, when asked about it by Post columnist Charles Gasparino, who was told by a source that the judge was once Roberta Kaplan's mentor.
Oh, what?
It was never disclosed. It's insane and so incestuous, Habba said. So this might be grounds for an appeal. Wow. Jeez, that's amazing. So
this whole thing's a mess.
$88 million to E. Jean Carroll. I mean, that's how much these people hate him. There's absolutely no evidence to this. There's evidence to the defamation thing because he socialed about it or whatever you call it on his thing. But you can't defend yourself? Is that not free speech?
Not in New York City.
Unreal. And then he faces judgment in this other trial about the illegal profits that he supposedly accrued. And that's potentially worth $370 million. He's on the line right now for over $450 million in cash. I don't know that he has that kind of liquid asset. I think he says he does, but that would completely wipe him out, his cash reserves. I mean, I don't know. You'd sell properties. I don't know how you'd do this, but wow. $450 million in this sham, these several shams of trials against him.
Can he pardon himself if he becomes president?
I don't think from civil trials like
not
this.
from local.
I don't think so. That's a criminal trial thing. Man. Also, we got South Carolina coming up later this month, where Nikki Haley trails Donald Trump in her home state by just 27 percentage points.
Oh, that's tight.
And she's right there, man. She is right there.
Striking distance.
No wonder she stayed in this thing, because she could almost pull off the upset.
So 27% back of Trump, and the margin of error on this poll is what? Plus or minus 30%? So, yeah, she's right.
Yeah, right. She's there. She's within the margin of error. She's faced Trump in Iowa and New Hampshire, where she got crushed both times. Bill Hemmer had her on Fox News Friday. And here's what happened there.
This is so fun.
109 counties have voted, and you've won 2. And one of those by a single vote.
Okay.
Well, when do you start winning Republicans?
I love this. Well done. Well done. Well done. If you're listening, it's got the gangster sunglasses, chain, and blunt coming out of Bill Hemmer's mouth. When do you start winning Republican votes?
Because most of the support is coming from Democrats.
And remember,
and independents.
Remember, we had the story or a firsthand account from Iowa that says she won that one county in Iowa because they ran out of ballots or something, right? So she didn't even win.
So it may be 1 instead of 2.
Boy, that's hard truth right there.
Jeez. Also, the South Carolina home of Nikki Haley got swatted at the end of last month. That is just so awful.
Gotta stop.
Has to stop. Somebody is going to get killed
And
here.
isn't that the point?
Stop it. I guess
Whoever's
so.
calling in these swats, whether it's to Nikki Haley or Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I don't care who you're... Stop
Tim
it.
Poole. Exactly.
Stop it.
And they
so dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not funny. So, I don't know. I guess, will they be happy? Will they be okay when somebody gets killed from this? Is that going to be hysterical when that happens? Because it's bound to happen if you keep doing it. Did you see the San Francisco Toy Store? You know, the store that inspired the movie Toy Story.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I guess this was where the toys were alive.
Yes.
And so...
That was Poltergeist.
Based it on... they based it on this store where the toys were all alive.
I gotcha.
It apparently can't survive downtown San Francisco. It's about to close forever. It's closing shop at the end of February, marking an end of an 86-year run. The store's been struggling for a number of years due to the perils and violence of the downtown environment, inflation, the decrease in consumer spending, and the demise of retail across the world, according to the owner. Family is saddened it's come to this, and we've explored all other options to try to keep the business going, but they can't. How sad is that? It was founded in 1938. Oof, man, incredible. That's the great shape of our economy, though, that Joe Biden keeps bragging about. He just needs to talk about it more. I mean, look at how well things are going. What do you want here? I mean, inflation's only up, 4% right now? No big deal. It's almost nothing. At least it's not 8% like it was last year. Stop your whining about it. And initial U.S. employment reports were overstated by 439,000 jobs in 2020.
It's an honest mistake. A bookkeeping error, if you will.
Somebody carried the one when they shouldn't have. Big deal. The government quietly erased 400... you didn't announce this? Hey, by the way, we screwed up. We're 439,000 jobs shorter than we thought we were. But what's 439 jobs among friends? It means its initial job results were inflated, and the job market is not as healthy as the government suggests. Since the government wiped out 439,000 jobs after the fact, the total percentage of jobs created by the government last year is even higher. Increased government hiring has been driving the jobs numbers higher. So you got two factors. One, the pandemic ended and people went back to work. Two, the government is hiring. These are all government jobs.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, isn't that something?
That is
just incredible. Also, Vice President Kamala Harris is out making the rounds because, there's a campaign going on. And she was somewhere babbling about something. We can't even figure out what it is she's talking about here.
Yeah.
I do believe in a very fundamental principle, and it transcends religions, but it is an age-old concept, and it is the concept of redemption, which is the notion and the understanding that all people will make a mistake. And yes, there must be accountability, especially when it involves the commission of a crime, when it involves anything that might hurt another person. Of course, there must be accountability. But is it not the sign of a civil society to allow people the ability, to come back and earn their way back?
Okay, so I guess we just open up the prisons and let everybody out? Is that what she's saying?
Yeah, I would love to know the context of that, especially considering she was giving that little monologue inside a kitchen, which also made it
Is it a prison kitchen?
Odd.
She's just so bizarre, start to finish. Nothing she ever says makes sense, except for we're doing the future
unburdened by what
what has been in the past. Will be unburdened by what has been, which is brilliant, right? And we all live our lives in that very special theory.
Will she still be on the ballot in November as well?
Not if it's Big Mike. You're not going to have two women on the ballot, right? All right. Overtime coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All you have to do is look at the map.